Hey guys, so today I'm doing a video all about the books that I've been currently reading, and a bunch of you guys liked the last video that I made, so I thought I would do a part 2 and kind of make it a series that I'm going to do like every month or just whenever I feel like I have enough books to show you. And I asked you guys what I should make the title of the series, and you guys, I feel like I've said you guys so many times, said either Bianca'S Bookshelf or Bianca'S Book Club. So whatever I make the title is probably what I'm going to go with. I'm thinking Bianca'S Bookshelf, but we'll see what I go with. So thank you guys for all the suggestions, and yeah, here are my favorite books for the month or recently. So this first book I talked about in my last video, and I just have to mention it again. It's Milk and Honey, and this is a book of poetry. I have been getting so into poetry lately. This is so good. First of all, the cover is so cute, and just everything about this book is amazing, and I feel like everyone can relate to at least one poem in this book. I feel like I said book and you guys so many times. She has beautiful writing, and she broke the book up into 4 parts. So it's the hurting, the loving, the breaking, and the healing. It's just so, so good. And the poems are just so beautiful and so beautifully written, and I feel like a bunch of you guys, if not most of you guys, can relate to at least one poem in here. So it's amazing. So this next book is Everything Everything, and I reread it, so I don't know if I mentioned it in my last books video, but I'm going to mention it anyway because, like I said, I reread it. So it's basically about this girl who's allergic to the world, and she's been in her house for most of her life. She does online school, and she's not allowed to leave the house because if she does, she gets really ill. So basically, this boy moves across the street, or I think next door, and they chat online, and they meet up with each other, and it's just like a really big plot twist. So definitely read it. I highly suggest it. I like to read books with major plot twists like twice because I can go into the book the second time and be like, I know what happens. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But it definitely took me the second time to get into it. I did like it the first time, but the second time I was like, okay, I'm really into it now. So I really enjoy this, and it's definitely written differently than what I'm used to. She puts a lot of like graphics in there and stuff, and the chapters are super short, but I love, love, love this book, and I like the style of it because it's definitely different from what I usually go for, so I really like this. The next book is My Heart and Other Black Holes, and my friend Alyssa, who actually lives in Canada, we like to read the same books at like similar times or around the same times because like we like to talk about it with each other. So I think we read this book at around the same time, I can't remember, but it definitely took me like half of this book to get into. But basically it's about this girl who is planning her death, and she goes on a chat room with a bunch of other kids who are also planning their death, and she meets this kid. So like I said, it took me half of the book to get into, but once I got past that beginning part, I really, really, really got into it, and it was really cool to learn the characters' stories and why they're doing what they're doing, and it's just really good, so I highly suggest it as well. Obviously, I put it in the video. So next is a book that is probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite out of the group of books that I'm going to show you, but it's Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, I believe is how you say it. I love this book. My favorite thing about it is that there's playlists in here. Hold on, let me find one. So like there's playlists in here like throughout the chapter, so you can like make a whole playlist out of all the playlists in the book, or you can just listen to them while you're reading it or after the chapter. So basically it's about this girl whose best friend disappears, and she leaves her a list of all the things that she wants her to do this summer, and she meets new friends while she's doing all of these things, and it's just really, really good. So thank you guys for suggesting this. It was really, really good. So it's either this book or Since You've Been Gone that I'm obsessed with. It is Every Last Word. Oh my goodness, this is one of my favorite books ever. I'm like, hello. So good. It's also a book with a plot twist in it. I think I mentioned it in my last favorite books video, but I loved it so much I'm going to mention it again. Plot twist, good character development, good characters, good storyline. It is just so good. You're such a good book, and I'm talking to a book. It's really, really good. So basically it's about this girl, and she finds this like poetry club, and she meets people, and she meets a specific friend, and she helps her write poetry, and it helps like her like leave her comfort zone, and it's just such a good book with so many things that are happening. And she like leaves her friend group for this new poetry group, and she doesn't tell the friend group about the poetry group. It's just such a good book, and I highly suggest it. It definitely has like a plot twist and stuff. I don't want to give too much away, but so good. This can also be like a really good movie. Like if I wrote a book, I would want it to kind of be like this book, but you're great. So good. So I'm going to link all the books down below with the names and stuff and the Amazon links because that's usually where I buy them. So if you guys want to purchase them online, they're right down below. This next book is What Alice Forgot, and it's becoming a movie. It says soon to be a major motion picture, which is really cool, so I'll definitely go see the movie. But it's about this woman who wakes up and she forgets like her whole life. Like she wakes up, I think like it's 10 years later, yeah, because she all she remembers is being I think 29, and she wakes up when she's 40, so like 10 years later. She wakes up in like a soul cycle kind of class, like a cycling class, and she does not remember the past 10 years. And she's like divorced, and she has like 3 kids, and the last thing she remembers is being pregnant and being married. So it's just a really good book, and it's definitely like, once you start reading it, you can't put it down because you're like, what is going to happen? And there's so many different characters, and you just learn so much about her, and her sister is a big part of the book, and her husband and her children, and it's like, you're like, I cannot imagine like being in that situation. Like, I feel like I was her almost in the book, like, what is happening? And there's like secrets from people and all these things that she learns, and like you're learning with her, so you feel like really connected to her. I really like this book, and I like read this on the beach one day, and I was just like so into it. I was like, this. So it's a really good book, and you definitely get into it. It's really, really good, and I'm excited for the movie. I almost said video. I'm excited for the movie. So this next book is When We Collided. Hello. I don't know why I did that. That was weird. I don't know why. So this book is about 2 kids who fall in love one summer, and you basically just learn their stories, and you go through their relationship, and just so much happens, especially towards the end. Like, I feel like in the beginning it's like them falling in love and stuff, and then toward the end, and like the middle to the end, it's like, whoa, so much is happening. So it's a really, really good book, and I like the characters a lot. They're definitely like unique characters for sure. Those were the books that I've been reading recently, so if you have read any of them, I'd love to talk about them with you, so just comment down below or tweet me or whatever. And if you do purchase them, let me know, because I think that's so exciting, because I would love to talk about it with you guys also. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Leave some suggestions for any books that you have or anything, and I will definitely put them on my list. So I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.